Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today on Crimson Court, it's going to be HeRoMaRinE versus ShoWTimE from Home Story Cup 25. Let's see how ShoWTimE handles Terran players. He's probably the best Protoss player in the European region and the best foreigner in the world right now for Protoss. Bottom left, rather, is ShoWTimE. The wall, top right, it's going to be HeRoMaRinE, Big Gabe. So, it's going to be a lot of Marines and Marauders here, and Medivacs, and maybe some Widow Mines to soak up damage from those Zealots and cause damage to those Zealots, man. So, probe scouting here on Crimson Court. A fairly weird map here, because to access these three expansions on either side, you need to either mine through these minerals or tear down these debris fields. So, not a big deal for Terran or Protoss, but man, if you want to expand over here with a drone and your Zerg, you just need to basically mine through these minerals because there is no way you're getting through these rocks in time. So, probe harassing the barracks coming up inside HeRoMaRinE's base. We got double gas opening here, so we're going to go a quick factory. Or maybe it's going to be a Marauder rush. We will see. We will see indeed. So, a Reaper on the way. Harvesting gas with 6 SCVs at 130. Expanding. Here is ShoWTimE. A 1-gate expand. Here from ShoWTimE in the face of a quick factory. Alright, we will see how ShoWTimE plans to handle this one-base play here from HeRoMaRinE. I think it's going to be shield batteries. What do you think? Reaper name submitted by WGen Mad Max. At some point, Max is being pursued by all three wasteland rulers from the Citadel, Gastown, and the Bullet Farm. His only escape was upward, so he escaped to the Caprulu sector. Oh, there we go. Mad Max lore coming into the cast here today. I did see Furiosa. I liked it quite a bit. I did enjoy Furiosa. Good movie. It was fun. I will warn you, though, if you're going because you like Anya Taylor-Joy, and I think she's great, she doesn't show up until, like, the hour point of the film. There's this younger actress who's playing younger Furiosa, and, like, she was good. I'm not saying she was a terrible actress or anything. I just was like, oh, I'm here for Anya Taylor-Joy. Like, why am I getting this instead? It is very confusing. So, other than that, I had a pretty good time with it. No problems at all. Stargate coming up from ShoWTimE in response to the factory plays, and it's going to be... What are we doing here? Hellions? Hellions? We're reactoring out Reapers? HeRoMaRinE, what are we doing here, my guy? I like that you're expanding, so 10 points for that, but why are we... And Widow Mine. What a weird composition. This is almost like something you would do against a Zerg player, right? Reapers and Hellions. Try to roast up them Zerglings. Force out some roaches, right? But, like, I guess you're pretty good against Adepts with the Hellions. Phoenix for the lifting potential here. Here goes nothing. Whoosh. Oh, he didn't get a flamer shot out there. He wanted one. Ah, look at him reacting. He knows. He knows the Reapers are going to hop up over here and over here. I like how these are Reaper hop-up slots are marked. Absolutely hilarious stuff. Nice micro. Oh, nice micro. Getting that Reaper out of there and killing an Adept in the process here. HeRoMaRinE. Not bad. I don't think you've done really enough damage to make this whole weird opening worth it. Plus, there are Phoenix out that can lift, I think maybe... I really think ShoWTimE was expecting some Cyclones here, and I definitely was too. Being able to lift up a Cyclone is really, really good in a situation like this, but here it's like, nope. No Cyclones whatsoever. I mean, one's in production now, but nothing has showed up to this point here at 4 minutes. What a crazy opening this has been. Alright, so we gather everybody up. Phoenix keeping an eye on this. This is really important stuff. What's coming my way? That lets you know what you have to do to deal with it, right? So Stalkers, Shield Batteries, Adepts. Stalkers in general, I think, are just going to be pretty great here. The Adepts are going to lose a little bit of their value. There's the lift on the Cyclone, and it gets picked off. That's what I'm talking about. That is what this Phoenix are for. They're really not here for anything else. They're trying to bait maybe the Phoenix to trigger that Widow Mine. Ooh, good lift on a couple of the Marines. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful defense. Oh, I don't think that was supposed to be... I think ShoWTimE messed up that shade. I think ShoWTimE definitely wanted to time that shade to escape and dodge the HeRoMaRinE hit, but messed it up. Oh no, that hurts. Well, third CC in production now inside the main base from HeRoMaRinE. Third Nexus coming up the left side here from ShoWTimE. And no more Phoenix production happening, but a Robotics Bay coming in at about 5 minutes. So pretty fast on the Cyclones. Or pretty fast maybe on the Colossus here. Definitely fast on the Cyclones. Not as fast as it could have been, though. Yeah, Colossus here I think might be the right answer. A lot of the stuff is light. Good against the Hellions. Great against the Marines, the Reapers. Having a couple Colossus out. Even 3 Colossus, which is sort of the magic number here, is pretty great. But I think extra especially great against these... against this weirder setup here that HeRoMaRinE is going for. So I don't know. Hit the like button if you're enjoying this game so far. This has been a very, very strange PvT on the opening. I like it. It is Colossus with extended thermal lance getting researched. We're back on Phoenix production here too. So not quite a Phoenix Colossus build, which would be an interesting thing, but I don't know. Like this has been a little bit of a non-standard PvT, so hey. Alright, Vikings try to counter the Phoenix on some level. HeRoMaRinE responding to what ShoWTimE is selling him right now. Got a Twilight Council warping in from ShoWTimE. Combat shield on the way. Third base is done from ShoWTimE. Looking good. Really needs it, right? Because of the mule capabilities here of HeRoMaRinE. Oh, those guys just swing in and pick off a few SCVs here in the mineral line. There wasn't a turret yet, and now there is. So a little bit late on that. Cost him 4 SCVs. Yeah, the punishments, man. Additional gateways getting added in. ShoWTimE's like, well, I'm at 60 workers to 42 SCVs now. Mules are good, but this is a pretty deep move into the income advantage from ShoWTimE. On the move out, though, I don't know about this. Vikings also are going to deal with the Colossus to an extent. There might be 3 when this attack shows up. But additionally, I don't know. That Colossus is pretty far away from completion. Is it being chrono boost at all? It is being chrono boost. So he sees what he's dealing with right now, takes out some of the early aggression on these rocks and says, maybe we can get to this third base. Man, every time he tries to poke in with the Phoenix, the Viking count is so big. The Stalker count is not that heavy to really snipe off these Vikings at all. It's going to be a tough engage here. Wow, ShoWTimE steps away from the overcharged shield battery. Decides to go for it. Phoenix are fighting the Vikings. The Vikings are fighting the Phoenix. The Colossus are not taking as many hits. Oh, this Colossus taking hits, though. Oh, bad angle, bad angle, bad angle. Healed up. No! Sniped. The damage from the Viking was too much. And it gets wiped out. Third Colossus dead, but pretty good engagement from ShoWTimE. The Vikings really should have just been worrying about the Colossus, and then everything else would have fallen into place from him, I gotta say. But, yo, rough rider. As ShoWTimE feels like I can expand again. I dealt with that attack. Everything's fine. Lost another Phoenix. No biggie. Not a problem at all. HeRoMaRinE, maybe going for a bit of a drop here inside the base of ShoWTimE. Phoenix coming into position to deal with this on some level anyway. That's a little baby unload. It's 1 medevac. Maybe 8 Marines. They get a pylon, and that's going to be about it. Thanks. Ew! Medevac dies with every Marine inside it. Oh. Oh. Okay, so ShoWTimE's in a fine position here, everyone. Resources lost 4,300 for HeRoMaRinE, 3,400 from ShoWTimE. Colossus, 3 Colossus up. Magic number restored here. Disruptors being added into the mix now. It all makes sense for ShoWTimE. 3 Colossus, the good number. Disruptors and maybe High Templar being added in later. Totally fine as well. Got ourselves a +2 attack on the way from the Protoss. The Terran, as a pretty solid 1 attack, is working on a +2 attack and a +1 infantry armor, as well as concussive shell, and adding in Marauders to the comp. So another player is really in all that much danger. HeRoMaRiNE's got a pretty decent army supply. His third base is up. It's happy. It's running. But ShoWTimE's fourth base is also running very, very well. It's only 72 to 67 workers, too. HeRoMaRiNE's done a great job recovering on that economic deficit he was dealing with earlier. So nice job by him. Mules are good. Chrono Boost is also good, though, Protoss. Injects are great. Like, everybody has some incredible economic advantage on some level for the macro, right? Right. Okay, what's the play here? HeRoMaRiNE says, quick fourth base, Falcon, it's fine. Four basing Terran, pretty scary stuff. ShoWTimE's like, well, what if I go for a fifth base, muchacho? All right, here, ShoWTimE staying ahead on base count here, looking good doing it. HeRoMaRiNE, a bit of a scarier drop. Gets him on this side of the rocks and heads down south. Is he planning on shutting down a base that doesn't exist? This is what you do when you're like, we're going to kill this base. But instead, no, he just kind of unloads over here, hangs out, enjoys the scenery, looks at the nice, beautiful foliage on the trees, right? That's beautiful to look at. Yeah, he assumes there's a base down here. He hasn't scanned it because then he would know there was not a base down here. Zealot versus Marine. Zealot versus everybody. Okay, no. So maybe he's just trying to time an attack. Yeah, that's what it is. Just trying to time an attack, push here, get all the attention of ShoWTimE, and then while he's busy, swing it over this way. Big, there you go. 4 medevac drop inside the main base of ShoWTimE. Not great. Right on top of the production. What do we want to do? Pylon sniping could be good. Gateway sniping, targeting could be good too. He's not targeting. There you go. Okay, not targeting particularly well, but that's because Colossus and bad units have shown up, and bam, 2 of the medevacs died. Engagement over this way. Once again, HeRoMaRiNE is forced to retreat from this guy, too. Viking dies on the retreat. Disruptor shot. Zoning, as Disruptor shots love to do. Zealot run by into the third base. Does end up wiping a few SCVs, but... ooh, 10. My gosh, never mind. 10 is a good number. 10 is a lot of SCVs. Now 66 to 72 workers. HeRoMaRiNE's down, but he just fired up another trio, so he's at 69. Okay, good job. Good job replacing those workers. Big Gabe. The remainder of the drop drops into the fifth base here. He tries to fight it, but then the Colossus show up, and they don't want to do that either. HeRoMaRiNE knocking down more rocks. He's like, I'd like more attack paths, please. If I can be given some more attack paths, I think that would be fine. Blinking in. Disruptors kind of hanging out in the front a little bit. Boom! Big hit there. Big hit there, too. 2 Marauders and a Marine die to that Disruptor shot. Woof. I mean, most Disruptor shots at this level do nothing for damage, or get like a Marine or maybe a Marauder. So if you're getting 2 Marauders and a Marine, that's a massive win. Protoss fans, more Disruptors being added in. ShoWTimE's like, my Disruptor hits are golden today. Let's add more of those guys. +3 attack finishing up for ShoWTimE for his ground units. As far as HeRoMaRiNE goes, he's getting +3 attack for his guys too, and a +2 infantry armor. So far, so good. Upgrades are looking great for both players. This Rich Vespine gas for HeRoMaRiNE would be better if he had fully saturated it. He hasn't, and I think that's a mistake he needs to rectify. Yeah, every time HeRoMaRiNE tries to make a move on one of ShoWTimE's bases, he's getting rebuffed. He's getting shut down. Yeah, and again, even this one, Shield Battery Overcharge keeps that cannon alive. It should be dead. It's not. I don't know about this. Disruptor shots could be good. Landed Vikings not doing as well as they want to here. HeRoMaRiNE's army value not looking particularly great. Another medevac dies, and he blinks in and kills another medevac full of dudes. How many dudes have died in medevacs today? It is way too many. Way too close for comfort. I can tell you that much. Yeah. Well, HeRoMaRiNE hasn't lost a base either, right? So he's going to take a 5th base along this right side. I mean, he has a base along this right side. There is a double Zealot drop coming into the natural base. While this is happening, and HeRoMaRiNE's focusing entirely on this Disruptor shots. Again, decent, not incredible there. Is he just going into the main? He's just going to go into the main, unloads the Zealots. Is he going to warp in more? He's just like, sure, I guess. No, Warp Prism gets the warp out before it dies. That's humongous and bad news for HeRoMaRinE. Marauders are not the answer here. Marauders and Marines are popping out of these barracks and getting obliterated. This is forcing the response coming back home from HeRoMaRinE. SCVs are dying. Another Marauder gets wiped out just thanks to a handful of a couple Zealots. Man. ShoWTimE getting work done, taking his own high ground, Rich Vespine Geyser base for a 6th right now at 15 minutes. The macro on both sides has been great for these players. More disruptors being added in. We're running out of places to expand here on Crimson Court. Ghosts are in the party. EMPs are going to be a big way that HeRoMaRinE can survive this. Zealot charging in. EMP does connect. Decent connection there. Planetary might get focused down. The repair is good. ShoWTimE decides not to engage into a planetary where there is also the majority of the Terran army standing there. That is just a good rule of thumb for StarCraft. I think I've said this recently, but like rule number 2 in StarCraft is do not attack into a planetary where there's a standing Terran army. He's doing it again, though. My gosh. All right. Disruptor shots are not making connections here. Zell attack it away at the planetary. The repair is good again, and ShoWTimE has to fall back again. Yeah, he's trying to buck the trend is what he's trying to do. Rule number 1 is never stop making probes and pylons or SCVs and supply depots or drones and overlords, right? Always be making supply, always be making workers, and things will go better for you in the long run. Rule number 2 is don't attack into a planetary with a Terran army yet. Okay, we got there. We made it, everyone. Good EMP connection there again. Nova's catching a retreating Marauder there. Another Nova catching a Ghost as 2 Ghosts die. Their army value is about even, which is not great for the Protoss, but a lot of splash damage on display here for ShoWTimE. He wants this orbital, but again, not able to take down the base. Once his Colossus are gone, he doesn't want to stand around. Is he going to make any more Colossus is what I'd like to know. Yes, he immediately fires up 2 more Colossus to replace his losses there with the Colossus losses. And expanding to a 7th base down south during all of this. The good news is that HeRoMaRinE has not lost a base yet. His bases have been the site of several engagements today, but none of them have gone down. 21 SCVs have died, only 2 probes have died. What is this all about? 2 zealots into a planetary. He's like, oh, I didn't think you'd have that planetary. Blah, we paid for that mistake with our lives. Alright, HeRoMaRiNE's got the 3-3, got the Marines, got the Marauders, got the Medevacs, got the Ghosts, got the Widow Mines. He's got everything he needs. Forcing a cancel on the 7th base while also engaging here. Nice dodge on that disruptor shot. Probes are dying. This base is in trouble. See, this is where ShoWTimE needs to decide how to split his forces to deal with what HeRoMaRinE is selling him right now. Oh, and he sneaks in the rest of the army. Gets a concave. Shield battery overcharge is popped. Colossus count not great. Nexus sniped. HeRoMaRinE says good enough. Good enough. Job done. He backs it out. And just enjoys the win. Never mind. You cannot rest. No rest for the wicked, as they always say. Dropping into the main base. And he never actually killed this warp gate, hilariously. He brought it down to like 30 HP and never finished it off, which is extremely funny. This attack gets dealt with once again. The Medevacs are probably going to die. No, actually no. Ghost died, though. Trying to do this low ground to high ground harass, which is a weird thing to try to do, but if everything you have is ranged, it's not that bad of an idea, I guess. So ShoWTimE dealing with the drop attempt here. I cannot believe both these gateways or warp gates are alive. They should both just be dead. But HeRoMaRiNE's attention was put elsewhere before the final blow could come in and take them down, incredibly. DT Blinks on the way from ShoWTimE. Saw that Dark Shrine coming through. Advanced Ballistics getting added in here. Liberator is going to be part of the play here from HeRoMaRiNE. This is a great game. What a great back and forth this is, too, from World Tour Cup 25. This group getting rebuffed. This group getting rebuffed. Disruptor Nova is doing what they do. Oh, Medevacs. Golly. One of these Medevacs is very close to dead. I like that he wasn't unloaded into. right? Or loaded into, rather. I like that you can hide in the trees on this map. That's kind of a fun little feature. You can clip through the tops of the trees with those medevacs. That's how low they're flying, guys. They're flying into tree branches. ShoWTimE's like, well, we're at 20 minutes. Might as well go super duper late game and fire up the DT Blink, which takes forever, but we're going to be here for a minute. Not a problem, I always say. Both players want this top left base. Like I said, we're running out of positions to expand to. So it looks like ShoWTimE wins the race, but is not going to win the war. ShoWTimE pushing up the right side. That is a lot of zealots. That is a 31 zealots with 3, 2, 1 upgrades. Just getting a full surround there. Liberators, not enough at all. Once again, attacking a planetary takes it down. No immortals today, I'm noticing. But base goes down, and I think if you clean up what's left of this, all these SCVs will get killed too. Oh, just one volleying down. Medevac after medevac here. Army value 112 to 73 all of a sudden. HeRoMaRinE tries to attack down this side, but there's too many zealots and a shield battery there too. SCVs running for it. They do manage to escape. Some of them do anyway. 17 of them have been wiped out. This orbital getting sniped down would be a big deal, but good Liberator placement, keeping it alive for the time being. HeRoMaRinE is suddenly massively on the back foot. Sniping, okay, a Disruptor is good, really good. Disruptor connects on, I think, a Marauder there. Big hit there. Attacking up that side. No! ShoWTimE, the counterattack, gets the win. He gets it, and Gabe taps out. Big Gabe with the tap out. So he goes from being the aggressor. Did he send? Hold on real quick, because he was over here. He does this. He's like, all right, can't do that. Too many zealots on the warp in. And he immediately stims, sends them over to try to help what's going on over here. ShoWTimE says, well, I guess we head up. This pylon is a great scouter, by the way, to what's going on. Yeah, so they join this party, get some EMPs off. And then this disruptor shot was a big and important one here. Army value for HeRoMaRinE is 56. Goes down to 44, and then the counterattack over here wipes, and that's not a planetary yet, and that's a GG. Very nicely done. I mean, that's really discouraging, I think, if you're a HeRoMaRinE fan, right? You made several attacks on bases here for ShoWTimE today. Killed one total, killed 2 Nexuses today. And then ShoWTimE at the end of the game is just like, all right, I'm going to attack your planetary, kill it, and then bam, attack your other base, kill it, and then just get a couple great engagements and end up winning this thing. That is tough. Resources lost, 42 to 36. ShoWTimE income advantage, massive at the end of the game, but really bouncing back and forth over the last 10 minutes. As you can see, Zealot's a big play here. Really good, really good. You have to EMP those suckers. You got to Widow Mine them. If you don't, it's going to be a bad time. Also, yeah, not many Immortals produced today. They're really good at Kraken planetaries, but only one was made today and it died. So I guess Stalker DPS was enough. Zealots enough to make it work too. 8 Disruptors went down. 17 Ghosts died. That seems like a lot of Ghosts to die. So tough look there. But ShoWTimE gets the win here, showing us how to play PvT one game at a time. Absolute boss man. And guess what? That's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.